Well, here's what I've been turning on for about the last maybe 14 months or so. It's what I actually learned on. Most of you are familiar with the Harbor Freight lathes, and maybe you started out on one, and this has an extension on it, which helped a little bit. I wasn't turning extremely long things, but I like to get that end piece off of there, or out of the way, I should say, the tailstock, sometimes when I'm turning in a bowl or whatever, and I just want more elbow room. But anyway, you know, these have, they're not great lathes. They're all right to learn on, and they have some drawbacks, and one of the drawbacks is the speeds. The lowest speed is about 750, and if you start out with something that's not balanced, then of course that can be pretty dramatic. You know, a lot of people turn real small stuff on these, and that's fine, pins or boxes or things like that. I maxed this thing out just about every day I used it with something big and heavy, and I'm surprised that I did not burn up this little motor in this thing, but it just keeps on going. And it actually belongs to my son. I'll probably sell the tailstock that's on it if I can, and get some of my money back out of that. But it's been a great experience. When I started, I wasn't sure how I would like it, but I just fell in love with wood turning and have really enjoyed it. Now I want to turn to something else. I'm on a very limited budget, and I'm not trying to whine and cry and complain, but I've been looking for a while for something bigger that didn't cost an arm and a leg, and I would love to be able to buy some of these real big heavy lathes that some of you guys are using, that you can turn really large stuff on. But anyway, here's what I bought. It's probably not the best thing, but it's a Sears Craftsman lathe. It says professional. I don't know, I guess it is, but it's got a 15-inch swing on it, and it's got a swivel head, and you can turn it to do outboard turning, which I want to try. I haven't done that yet, but it's a very heavy lathe, and so I just built this stand for it. Let me back up here and let you see it. It's a very heavy lathe. The user's manual says that it weighs about 185 pounds, and I can believe it. When I brought it home, I could not lift the end that has the motor on it. My son, who's much stronger than me, couldn't lift it, and so we both lifted it and brought it in here. And the last 2 days I've been working on this stand. It's just made out of pine, 2-inch thick pine that I get. There's a Mennonite community real close to me, and one of them has a sawmill, and I can buy wood there usually very cheap. And so I bought this pine to put the stand, the lathe on, and this stand that I built is also very heavy. And you need something like that with a heavy lathe. And if you put something that's a little bit out of balance, you guys that are wood turners know, you got to have something to be able, a good base to hold it down. And so I'm looking forward to this. The slowest speed on this says 400. I don't know how accurate that is. If it's real accurate, I'd like for it to be on down around 2 or 250. But we'll do what we can with what we got. I'm looking forward to turning on it. I want to clean it up a little bit better. I cleaned it up just a little bit, but I didn't do a real thorough job on it. It has a little bit of rust here and there, but it's not, overall, it's not in bad shape. And so I'll turn it on and let you hear it. And I suppose I hope that's the way it's supposed to sound. It actually sounds fairly good to me. This is a little piece of wood that I've had in a bucket of sawdust for about probably 4 months. I think it is a spalted Bradford pear, and I was going to try to make a box out of it. Of course, not that long, but anyway, I turned it down just a little bit before I put it in the bucket, and I wanted to give it a little bit of drying time in the bucket. And so here shortly I'll do some turning, and we'll see what this lathe will do.